Hey, welcome to today's video. Before we get into it and I get you all set up, I wanted to show you one of my plants that I'm propagating today. It's my Marble Queen Pothos, Epipremnum, whatever the real name is. It is so long. Have a look at this. So pot. It just keeps going. It is so long. I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna find out how long it is. Gang. It is 230 centimeters long. So that's 2.3 meters and it's basically 7.5 foot. That is phenomenal. So the main reason that I am propagating this plant is because I've let it dry out a few times, Shankara, and we've got a big gap here where there's this like one green leaf. And I mean, one of these, I mean, you can see all the gaps. So I'm basically gonna chop those, and I'm considering just putting them straight into the soil. Let's see. Let's get set up and think about it. Hey, my name's Amy if we've not met before, and before we get into the video, I would love for you to hit pause and comment down below what plants you've been propagating recently, and if you've not already, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button too. I'd love for you to stick around, and if you are new and you feel up for it, put a little introduction in the comments. I would love to get to know you. But let's get into this video. So you've already seen my pothos, my really long pothos. I'm actually like, part of me doesn't want to cut it, but I'm gonna do it because I've been thinking about it for over a year, so I'm gonna cut it today. I'm also gonna cut, this is my variegated spiral ginger. Oh my goodness. If you are new here, you will quickly realize that words don't always work for me. This is my variegated spiral ginger, and it's just, I mean, this looks good. This looks less good. So I just wanna chop and try and make it look a bit prettier. Like these, I mean, there are no leaves here, so we'll get to that one in a bit. And I've also, if things are going well, I've also got my Hoya kerrii, which I keep looking at and thinking, I'm not enjoying you, I want to chop you up. So we might get to this one too, depending on how things are going. Let's get chopping, shall we? So, woo! I always feel nervous before chopping my plants up. Like, I know they regrow. I know they benefit from having like a good old prune and chop, but for some reason it still makes me nervous. And you know, I've been around a while now. I'm not new to this hobby. I've chopped a lot of plants, but yeah, it still makes me nervous. Before I do chop it, I just want to show some appreciation for this plant, because this plant is probably one of the oldest that I've got in my collection now, and it's stunning. Let me see if I can look at some of these leaves. Like, they are beautiful. I love this plant. This vine is particularly stunning. There's some yellowy ones because I've let it dry out. I'm going to try and be better. There's some new growth popping at the top. Look at that one. Ooh. I feel like this plant is underrated. Like, it is so beautiful. Let's see what, oh my goodness. It's too long. It's too long. I know there is a vine here. This one. Ooh. That is pretty much reverted, but like, I'm not mad about it. I think the, what's it called? Is it jade? Jade pothos is just as beautiful. So I will be happy to chop that and have like either a non-variegated non-variegated strand in the pot, or I could just make a new plant with that one. And then these vines are mostly variegated. There is one that's reverting down here too. Well, that's okay. I'm gonna make a whole pot of like reverted. Marble Queen. Oh, look at this vine. Okay. Look. Just look at the colour and the variegation. So pretty. Like, seriously. Whew. I want to keep the long vines long if I can, which I think I can. I'm getting in a mess. Photos everywhere. Okay, so, oh God. I've got several vines that are bold right to the top. Like, can you see? This vine is bold all the way to the top. So is this one, like literally to the top. There's one here that's bold to the top. So I'm just gonna chop them without really looking too much. I'm gonna cut as close to the base as I can, because I know it will regrow. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, smells amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna put those on my lap and see what the plant is looking like, and whether I want to chop any others off. Oh, it's so little now. So there's this vine. Oh, it's so stunning. I think that still looks okay. The longer vine, this one here, is a bit bold at the top, but this vine covers that up quite nicely. So I might just leave it for now and just have it looking like this. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. You can kind of see it a little bit. And I'm gonna get chopping. Right, what do? Do I propagate these in water, or do I put them back into the pot? I'm asking you, but you won't be able to answer me in real time. So I'm gonna have to make this decision on my own and just hope that you will support me with it. Whichever way I go, I know I don't need all of these nodes. So I'm gonna cut them shorter. Not really short, but shorter. Oh, look how many leaves I've lost. Like, all of the little like bumps that you can see, these bits are like, I mean, they're aerial roots, so like adventitious roots, that if it had something to climb onto, they would climb into it, but it doesn't, so they just kind of halt. But that, all of those roots are also attached to a node, so they've all got growth points. What I was saying, that was not where that sentence was going, was it? Words. They were all where leaves were, so all of the bumps that you can see are all nodes where old leaves were that have died because I've let it dry out that many times. I don't know who I think I am having a YouTube channel. I'm really not the best. You don't have to be the best to have a YouTube channel, do you? You don't have to be the best person at everything. You just have to be willing to share. I let my plants dry out a lot. apparently. I'm really enjoying the variegation on these stems though. I don't know, can you? It might pick it up, it might not. They're just stripy. They're so cool. So cool. Right, what do I do with this? I think what I will do, if you saw the video, I don't know which video it was, but when I chopped up my philodendron micans, I cut some like individual nodes and put them into a moss prop bin. I think I will do that with this one. I'll chop them all individually and put them in the bin. I might even put them in that bin. I will consider that in my mind over the next little bit while I figure out the next bit. That did not make any sense. I'm sorry. It's Friday. I'm actually filming this on Friday and this video will go up tomorrow. So when you're watching it, you'll be like, oh, she was filming this yesterday. Ooh. It's Friday, it's been a long week. I've been doing some training and it's just like, ooh, brain's just frazzled. So I think I'm gonna try and stick. And my brain's just like ping, 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 ping. Okay, what before I do that, I'm gonna have a look at the reverted vines to see if there's a point where there is variegation on them, and I want to put that back in there. It's just a tangled leafy mess here. Right, what are you? You're a fully variegated vine. Okay, so we definitely want you going back into the pot. This is, oh, it's pretty much reverted. Like almost all of the leaves on this strand, this one's yellowing, just gonna plug that off. Almost all of the leaves on this strand are completely green apart from two, this one and this one. And I can see that there is like variegation on the stem, so chances are that this node here, and this node here, and definitely this node up here would come out with variegated growth. So what I might do is, really thinking on the spot here, gang, I am going to chop here, so I've got this reverted bit, and I'm going to take these leaves off of this one and add it to the single node pile. That's that strand. Next one is, oh, the last one, and this one, so this one is really nicely variegated until this leaf. So that's the last variegated leaf. So I could chop this, have these leaves go into the pot, because it will sprout new growth from these points. And then I've got this strand for the reverted pot. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I now want to put these two vines back into that soil, and pothos are so easy to root. It should root absolutely fine, but what I will do is I will keep a little eye kind of on the leaves to see if they become really, like, I mean, they're quite thin leaves anyway, but if they start to become more thin, I will know that it's not. Blinking vehicles driving outside. Okay, I think whatever that was has sorted itself out. I can't really remember where I was in my sentence, but I'm going to keep an extra close eye on it to see if it's rooting. What I'm hoping to do is bend this top section into the pot so that it sits nicely. That's the aim. So I'm going to try and do that now. I'm going to probably want it to hang here. So long. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to do this with me facing you. This is probably not the best setup for this. I do apologise. I think... I'm sorry about all the noises. I am going to aim for in this gap here. I'm going to use my scissors to like make a bit of a hole. And I watered this plant yesterday, so the soil's nice and wet, so it's holding the whole shape. I don't know what I'm trying to shape. I'm not going to be able to show you. Oh boy. Right. I don't actually know if the scissors go in far enough, because this is a bit of a long one. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, now I've got this one, which I think is going to be a little bit more awkward to make it sit and blend in nicely, but we'll do it and see. I'm going to put you in this little section. Probably damaging some roots, shoving that in there, but as I said, pothos root really easily, so I think it's probably going to be okay. Oh, I think it's gonna look really cute. Okay, I'm gonna go put it back, and at the end I'm gonna film a little clip of it, which I will put in for you to see now. But here is the Marble Queen pothos, and that is how low she's hanging before she was going to the floor. So there she is, looking cute. I'm really happy with how it looks, and I'm glad it still looks really long. That's still a good sized plant. There's banging going on outside. I'm sorry, I can't. So I've got my philodendron micans box that I was talking about a moment ago, and I've not looked in here for a while. Oh, the moss has come into life. Let me see if I can show you that. There's a bit of moss here crawling up, and probably not going to be able to show you, but there's loads of strands of sphagnum moss just coming to life. This is exciting. Right. I wonder if I could actually pot some of these micans up. I feel like today it's turning into a bigger task than I thought it was going to. Right. I'm going to take a step back a minute and sort out the reverted pothos. I've got these little plastic cups because I'm struggling with like no drainage vessels. I know it's not ideal, but for propagating it will be fine. Why have I got two out? I don't need two. I am going to pop them in here. And I'm going to do it in the, oh, should I get the philodendron one? And I'm going to pop them in the Soil Ninja Philodendron and Monstera mix. I always say Philodendron and Monstera, but it's actually called Monstera and Philodendron mix, but I just can't switch it round. But it says also compatible with Aglaonema, Rhaphidophora, Medinella, what is that? Medinella magnifica, what is that? Piper, Syndapsus, pothos, and more. But it says pothos, so I'm thinking it'll be quite happy in there. If you don't know, I am an affiliate with Soil Ninja, so using the link in my description or the code in my description, you can get 10% off. And because I'm affiliate, it does mean that I get a teeny little percentage from Soil Ninja as a thank you from them to me for sending you their way at no extra cost to you. And I can see that, ooh, there are people using the codes. They are like limited use, so each month there's only a certain amount of uses. So if you're in the market for some soil components or soil blends, I'd get on it. And that's, so I've got a link for the UK website and also the EU website. So if you are an EU resident, you can get yourself some of this gorgeous soil. I always make a mess. Okay, and I'm going to do the exact same as what I did with that one. I'm just going to poke a hole and shove it in there. I'm going to take off this top leaf because I need the node that it's attached to. Poke a hole. Shove it in there. Oh, it's too heavy, isn't it? You just it's not playing ball. I've lost my hole. I think I need to fill it up a little bit more. I was gonna like fill up around it, but I'm gonna put more soil in instead. Okay, nice and full. Poke my hole. Yeah. Right, that's better. There we go. Now I need another hole. I have a feeling that one's going to fall out. Ooh, okay, it didn't. Hopefully they will like reposition themselves to face the same way. Cute. I remember when I first got the Marble Queen pothos, I was looking for a fully green one. I couldn't find them anywhere. So I'm quite happy to finally have my fully green pothos. Cute. Okay, on to the next thing. Oh no, not on to the next thing. As in next plant, I've got oh. Every time I make a mess. I'll just clean that up. You're wonky, my goodness. I have no idea if that's back to where it was. Okay, so, oh, now I've got to deal with all of these, don't I? Which means I need to deal with all of this. Oh, okay. Let's have a little look. What I'm thinking is, if I can move some of these guys out of here, then I can move some of, all of those nodes into here. I'm just gonna like fiddle around and see what happens. Okay, they're much more rooted than I thought they were. Look at those long roots. I'm impressed. Okay. There's some that aren't rooted. That's not rooted at all, but that leaf still looks so healthy. Right, let's have a little, that one's also not rooted. It's so weird how some root and some don't. Oh. Like that's partially rooted. Oh my goodness, this is one of the long ones. Wow, look at that. This one's also got its growth points activated, so that's brilliant. I'm gonna pop that one up. Another non-rooter. So weird. This one's growth points activated, but the roots haven't started growing. Okay, there's only a few that have rooted apparently, and the ones that have rooted really well. That's so strange. I wonder what it is, why some root really well and some don't root at all. So strange. Another rooter. Ooh, another one. Another one. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that haven't rooted, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that have. That's almost 50-50. Interesting. I'm going to put the ones that haven't rooted back in. Okay, so they're all back in, down at the one end there. I don't think this little space here is going to be room enough for this many, but we're just going to go for it. I kind of want to count how many there are, but that seems a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? I can't. I'm not going to count it, but I will chop. I will definitely time lapse this. Done. Oh, smells so good. I'm assuming this smell is the same smell that like grass out. Like, have you seen that information that's like, you know, that smell of grass that everybody loves? That's actually the grass like sending out chemicals to like other plants or to like beneficial bugs, saying that they're being attacked and they're being eaten or whatever. Like, I'm assuming it's the same thing. Like, it's just chemicals of like, oh my god, I'm being eaten, come save me. Which is horrible when you think about it. But it smells great. Big fan. Would love like candles of this. So there we go. There's a whole host of Marble Queen Pothos nodes in there. So I'll keep you updated, obviously. I doubt they'll all make it, but we'll see. They might all make it. I feel like this video's taken a bit of a turn. Like, I had a plan. It's not going to plan, is it? Because I'm now dealing with the Mycans. So I had 9, don't I? So I could do like, I don't think I want to pop them all together. Or do I? Or would I rather have a couple of small ones? I don't really know what I'm going to do with these, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to do 3 small pots. I think that'll be nice. Three small pots. Okay. I'm going to use the same cups because I can't be bothered to get up to find anything else. Again, Monstera and Philodendron soil, which I got the right way around for the name this time. Which way around's the growth point? I think it's that way. These are going to look so silly. So I'm just putting like the stem into the soil, and I'm not bothering to like try and bury the root. I'm just going to sprinkle some more soil on top to cover the root after. Oh, you can see what I'm doing. Usually when I do these kinds of videos you actually can't see what I'm doing at all. This leaf's not going to be facing the right way, so that's fine. Okay, now sprinkle on some soil on top to cover up those roots. Cute. Hopefully that leaf will like if that comes down, that's quite a cute plant, right? And I know this is huge compared to the root system, but I reckon it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Right, I'm going to repeat the process with these two. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, all three are done. Look how cute. Ooh. I feel like I'm gaining so many new plants. It wasn't the plan, but this is what we're up to. So I don't think I've got time to do both the variegated spiral ginger and the Hoya kerrii, and I think the one I want to prioritise is actually the Hoya kerrii, because that's the one that's been like bugging me the most. The variegated spiral ginger can wait until the next time I do some plant chores. So my kerrii I've had for a couple of years now, I feel. Yeah, definitely. I didn't get it last year, it was the year before. And when I bought it, I think I got it from House of Kojo, and it came with these like funky shaped leaves. Like, they're not the cute heart-shaped leaves. It's a weird funky one. And I remember thinking, as soon as some like actual heart-shaped leaves start growing, I'm gonna chop it and kind of grow a fully like heart-shaped beautiful plant. And House of Kojo said that these leaves came like this because they had grown on their journey over to the UK and therefore didn't have any light. And like, I mean, look how funky that one is. That's weird as heck. And the rest of them have grown heart-shaped. This one's grown a little bit, it's like an elongated heart-shaped, which isn't bad. I don't hate it. It's just, I want more of these little cuties. So I'm gonna cut it today. It's so dusty. I'm gonna cut it today, and oh, I've already made it like, you know, like they milk, they bleed, whatever you want to call it. Like, already made that happen. I'm gonna cut it today, and I'm not completely sure how. I'm just gonna go with it. The top. So there's like this gap here. There's a peduncle, which you can see here, but it lost its leaf. This section's only got one leaf. And then there's this one up here, which is the most recent one, and you can see the colour difference in the stem. So this bit's quite like woody and old, and then this bit's the new growth that's all green. And a lot of these nodes actually have only either one leaf or both leaves have like died, and like you see on this one, there's both the leaves are starting to develop. On this one, just one is. I don't think you're supposed to cut, like, especially these kind of thicker stemmed Hoyas, on the green bits. I don't know why, but I think you're supposed to cut them more woody. But I think what I'm probably going to do is I will cut this section and leave this, but chances are any leaves that are trying to develop they're not going to develop, I don't think. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this top bit, but I'm going to chop it off right now. And behold, the milk dribbles. God, I hate propagating Hoyas for this very reason. I should have brought some tissue with me. Ugh. Mess. I'm gonna go get some tissue. Ugh. The protest that they put out when they get cut. Like, can I show you this? You see the white splodges on the table? Calm yourself. I don't know why I'm bothered to clean it up. It's just going to do it again when I next chop it. But with that in mind, I might just chop and stick, because I'm going to do the same propagation method, but I'm going to do it with the Anthurium and Orchid soil, because this one says also compatible with Hoya on it. And I feel like it'll root quite nicely in there. So, let's find out. I'm not usually one for like propagating into soil, but apparently that's what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna chop and stick it straight in. I'm gonna chop it quite far down so that it's got the like stem to stick into the soil. Oh, I feel like that splashed on my face. There may or may not be a white drip on my face. Should I do all the funky ones together and the cute ones together? I feel like I'm gonna have to get rid of that one. Oh my goodness. It's sticky too, I hate it. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of propagating Hoyas. They just protest a bit too much about it. Okay, right. This one I feel like it's going to be one of my favorites. Oh, she's cute. And I'm gonna take off this leaf, the kind of mangled one, because it's this node section. I don't know if I can show you. This node section's so tiny, I need more stem to be able to propagate it. So I'm just chopping that one off. Bye leaf, sorry. Ooh! Oh, but that's gonna look so cute. You see the dripping? I don't know if I should be letting these callus over, to be honest. I should possibly. I'm not going to get the soil wet today. I'll probably give it, like dampen it a bit tomorrow. So I'm hoping it'll be okay. I'll keep an eye on it. If I'd prioritised the variegated spiral ginger, it definitely would have been, it would have taken less time. Didn't think through the whole like leaky sap situation. Oh, staying. Don't want you there. You're making such a mess. Sorry about the beeping. I feel like I'm going to need some of those like clips to like hold them down. I am, aren't I? I don't have any of those. I talk about them like I've got them, but I don't. Oh, hang on. What if I switch? Let them all overlap. Okay. How do I do? I need to troubleshoot for a minute. Okay, I've got an idea. How long have I been filming for? Oh my god, I've nearly been filming for an hour. This was supposed to be a quick video. Jeez. Okay, my idea is I have some wire and I've got some tape that has cute llamas on it, and I'm gonna hold them down with a bit of wire taped to the pot. Smart. Okay. Let's get the llama tape ready. It's not quite how I was expecting it to go, but they both sit there. I'm just going to put like a little bit more soil on top to try and encourage them to stay in that space and root beautifully. Normally I just root Hoyas in water. I don't know why I'm making life more complicated for myself right now by doing it this way. But hey, part of me starting this channel was like wanting to experiment a little bit and like be held accountable, because this is the kind of thing that I would do and then just not like follow up on, or like I think to do and then never follow up on, whereas actually I've now made a video about it and you guys can check up on me. So, can't show you. She's cute. That's that one done. And I've got this wonky one in here that I could put these two in with, and then the bottom one that was part of, well, I guess the mother plant now, that was a cute heart, and it'll just, I mean, it'll have a ridiculously huge root system that it doesn't need, but will grow a new plant from. So quick, get it in before it protests. Cute. Wow, it's like I'm not even trying to not make a mess. I actually am, I'm trying. Do any of you have like an amazing vacuum? Any vacuum recommendations? Ones that are really good at sucking up soil and perlite and bark and all the other bits that comes with having houseplants? Any recommendations, send them my way. Okay, so this is what we're left with. This is the mother plant. I've got this one that has the cute hearts on it, and then this one which has the slightly less cute hearts on it, and a big old mess. Oh, what do I do with this one? I might put this one in water. I've really been wanting to use this blue bottle for a water propagation. I thought I was going to put some pothos in it, but then I didn't. Oh, it just looks so silly, doesn't it? Like, I'm gonna do that though, because I think I'm done. Just gonna fill this up with some water and I'll find a home for it. Not there. Just realised that I'd like chopped the top of my head off on that last little bit of the video, but hopefully you could see this bit a bit better. If you've made it this far and you haven't already, please give this video like a thumbs up, because it helps massively on YouTube. And comment down below, like, should I have just water propagated these Hoya kerrii? Have you rooted them in soil? Would you have done anything differently here today? Let me know, I would love to hear it. And as I asked at the beginning, are you propagating anything? Tell me, I would love to hear it. And if you're still here and you're watching this extended outro, hit that subscribe button, because you're my people. You're meant to be here. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.